The conference season is upon us. As I'm recording this right now, I'm just getting back from Social Survey's Create Wow Summit, which was mind-blowing. And pretty soon I'm going to be heading off to InsurTech Connect, and I know right after that is Insurance Nerds Day. Come to think of it, that's going to bum me out even more because I'm not going to be able to make it this year. With all of these conferences going around, there's going to be some bad cases of conference hangover. So that's why I wanted to jump in here and give you some tips. Now, the first time I heard about conference hangovers, although I've experienced them in the past, was from my good friend Ash Fitz. And she's talked about this in the past as well, about how you need to prepare yourself not only before, but during and after the conference to make sure you don't suffer the ill effects of conference hangover. So here's just a few tips that I've been using that help me out. So beforehand, set up a plan for yourself. And although this plan may take turns as you go, it's good to have a good outline for what you want to get out of this conference. Like, are there certain people that you want to meet? Are there certain classes you need to attend? Is there a product or a company that you need to see? Having that basic outline will make sure that you take care of that when you head out there. During the conference, I know it seems old school, but I'm all about taking notes and taking lots of notes. Now, this can be extremely overwhelming if you're taking notes at every session, after every meeting. It can be overwhelming because then you end up with a notebook that when you get back to the office, you throw it up on the shelf and you never look at it again. So here's another tip for you. Now, when you get back to the hotel, well, depending on how late you get back to the hotel, maybe it's a first thing in the morning task. Go through those notes and highlight the highlights. Because just seeing a page full of notes obviously is going to be too much. It's going to be overwhelming. If you have 2 or 3 points on each page that you have highlighted as major points, that's going to be a lot easier to digest when you get back to reality. And then finally, when you do get back to reality, take a few days to decompress. Trying to jump right in after all the amazing things you just learned and trying to get after it right then, it's never going to be a good thing. Take a couple of days, get back to reality, and after the few days have gone by, take out that notebook with all of the highlights and jot down all of the highlights again, and condensing it to a smaller list. So now you may have 10, 11, 12 major ideas that you took from the conference. But that's too much too at this point. What you need to do then from this list is prioritize maybe 2, maybe 3 things that you definitely want to push forward and things you want to implement. So there are a few tips that I have for you when attending a conference for before, during, and after. What do you think? Is there anything specific you go into a conference thinking or wanting to get out of it? Or do you have any tips or tricks? I'd love to hear what you have to say about that. And until then, I'll be seeing you at a conference. JB, out.